this special broadcast of OVAC football on Topper Station. This broadcast is brought to you by Paul Associates, In Wheeling Magazine, and thank you again for joining us on this broadcast. I am Todd Allum. Joining me tonight, as I said, we are live, and Kyle Patrick is back. All of you fans of the West Liberty Sports Network know this guy pretty well. Graduate last spring. He is back to help us out for tonight's OVAC matchup between Morgantown and host Linsly here at West Family Stadium, West Liberty University. Kyle, it's a good matchup tonight. Both of these teams face extremely difficult schedules so far this season. Linsly comes in 4-0, looking great. Morgantown a little bit less than that, 1-3 so far. But again, the schedule of both these teams is just incredible.
Yeah, you know, Morgantown never slouch on the schedule for anybody, but they've had a little tough going out of the trenches a little bit, but they have played some quality teams, and Linsly, you know, they're just kind of, looks like they're on cruise control right now. They beat their crosstown rival, Wheeling Central, pretty handedly a couple weeks ago, and looks like nothing's getting ready to stop them, but it's going to be a good game, Todd. It's going to be a game that's got to be won in the trenches. Both teams like to try to control the line of scrimmage. We have two dual threat quarterbacks going at it, so it should be an interesting one.
Yeah, the big guys up front. I played line in high school, so I got to talk about the linemen for Linsly. Massive human beings. Talking to some guys that have broadcast their games earlier this year on the radio. This Linsly offensive line looks like a legitimate Division I offensive line. Some big guys, so it's going to be fun to watch. It's high school football, so you know it's going to be a lot of running the ball, but at the same time, like you said, the dual threat, there's a lot of athletes on both of these teams, not just going to run the football. You're going to see some wild, exciting plays as well. Yeah,
the wide receiver, too, for Morgantown, Fox, he's got D1 talent as well, so, Morgantown's going to look to get the ball to him in open space, let him make some plays, so, it's just going to be who can get the ball in the playmaker's hands the most, and what O-line does the best at getting their quarterback time to make those plays and get the ball to those key players.
And obviously, Linsly, the host school in this one, just down the road in Wheeling. Saw a lot of those Linsly people. The crowd here is great atmosphere. Yeah, the atmosphere is tremendous for a high school football game. It may not be a legitimate home game on the campus of Linsly, but it feels like a home game for Linsly on the campus of West Liberty University. So it's a great atmosphere here tonight. A big win last night for West Liberty, so it's good to see a similar crowd here and atmosphere for this game. An OVAC matchup, and something that hopefully is something that could continue in the years to come, because this is just a great experience here at West Liberty University.
Yeah, Todd, this is a great atmosphere. It almost does feel like a college game. You got fans out there in the parking lot having a good time before, and Topper Station will be able to put on this special broadcast. Hopefully, something that continue in the future. And really glad that you guys asked me to be on it. It's great to be back in the booth calling a game with you, and to be a part of this experience here with Topper Station.
Well, we will take a break, and when we come back, we will have the game for you. It is Morgantown visiting Linsly here at West Family Stadium on the campus of West Liberty University. We will be right back on Topper Station. Welcome back. We are about a minute away from kickoff here, maybe less than that. Linsly won the toss, but they have deferred until the second half. Coach Depew trusting his defense from the get-go. And it will be Linsly kicking off to the Morgantown Mohegans to start off this OVAC matchup here at West Family Stadium. And a beautiful night for it. Of course, last night, again, a beautiful night, a great night here on the Hilltop with the West Liberty Hilltoppers beating Glenville State 43-20 and their first win at home this season. They are now 2-2. The Toppers are getting wins against Wheeling in week 1. And now Glenville State this Thursday night.
Yeah, good to see everything click at the right time last night for West Liberty, and let's see what team can get things to click here first here tonight in this one.
Lima for the kickoff, gets it deep. Will be caught at the 12. The return up to the 20, 25. Broke a few tackles, finally brought down by a host of Linsly tacklers. That was Jace Wetzel of Morgantown on the return, and here comes the offense for Morgantown High School and the defense. Again, you look at that big front line for both of these teams. It's going to be a battle in the trenches tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be, who can give their quarterback the most time to make a play. Gunnar Lattimore coming out the quarterback here from Morgantown. Had a pretty good week last week, Todd, in their win, 8 of 15, 186 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, but also had 20 carries for 111 yards, so you got to watch out what he can do with his legs.
The handoff, right side, stiff arm, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, and up to the 40, trying to dodge another tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Right on the Linsly sideline, they'll mark him down at the 40-yard line. A good run there for Quinn Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, you're going to see a lot of him tonight. Saw 37 carries on the year, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns to go with it. And a good start to his night right there. And you can see what Morgantown did there. A little read option, and the quarterback has to make the decision whether he wants to keep it or when he wants to hand it off. That was a good decision to hand that one off. Good first down to start things for Morgantown.
They line up in the shotgun formation. Tight end to the right side, twins up top. Thompson decides to go right up the gut. He'll gain a few yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up after a gain of 3.
Yeah, that time it looked like Morgantown was maybe going to try to run the same play, bounce it to the outside, but tried it at the last second, get that quick inside handoff, and that Linsly front 5 was having none of it.
Again, that Linsly front 5, a big front 5. Starts with number 55, Chance Knight, I apologize. We'll get some other numbers in there quickly. Dominic Andra, number 53. Latimer quickly out for the wide receiver screen. Good blocking, nice move. Another first down and across midfield for Morgantown. Preston Fox gets the reception.
Yeah, Todd, he's one of the guys I mentioned in our open that, they think that this kid has D1 talent, out on the outside. He's also going to play some defensive back as well. He's a terrific defensive player. And he's just one of those guys I mentioned that Morgantown is going to try to get him the ball in open space and let him go out there and make a play, and that's what he did right there. Just threw the ball out, screen pass, had all day, got the first down.
Yeah, could be some people out there watching this game so far seeing how big that defensive line is for Linsly. Smart that they go to the outside, try to get to the edges, but they run up the middle as well, showing no fear. Here's another one. He stopped at the line, but not before. A gain of 3. The man on the carry, Cam Rice, 6'3", 210 junior from Morgantown.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of different guys out of the backfield tonight from Morgantown. They like to run the ball. And they don't want to overexert one guy, keep the running back position fresh. And you see that a lot, Todd, at the college level, the professional level, everything now. It's running back by committee. You have to have 2 or 3 guys that can handle the ball. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're one of the best to do it. You've got to be able to take some plays off and keep the body fresh and keep your endurance up.
Quinn Thompson back in the game. Right on cue, as you said, keep these guys fresh. Thompson gets the handoff on the right side. Good blocking. Thompson almost gets to the first down. Going to be about a couple yards short. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 with 9:10 left to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, and we've said it already a couple times, but we said this game was going to be won on the line of scrimmage. And this Morgantown offensive line, I'm sure they read all week about how good this O-line is for Linsly, how big they are, and boy, are they proving themselves here on this first drive so far.
Absolutely so. Morgantown goes with twins to the top of the screen. Thompson takes the handoff off the middle, makes a couple men miss, trying to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Linsly, a great job there. It'll be a loss of a yard, so that'll bring up 4th down and 3 in no man's territory right now for Morgantown. Definitely not going to try for a field goal in high school, but is it too close to punt? Do you really want to go for it?
Yeah, I would say this is 4-down territory in high school, or this is also in high school. This is my favorite thing. Sometimes the quarterback's also the punter.
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous weapon. You can go for a fake. Sometimes the quarterback can just do a little pooch punt. We've seen Big Ben do that a couple of times for the Steelers over the years as well. So you got a lot of options, but no, I'd say that they're going to go for this, and I think it's a good decision early on.
Trips to the top of the screen. Wide receiver screen, missed the tackle. Trying to keep his balance. Got the 3rd leg down there with the hand on the ground, but the Linsly defense, the cadets right there to shut it down. Turnover, and Linsly offense will be set up, ready to go.
Yeah, and you can see Morgantown again just trying to get the ball under playmaker Fox's hand, let him make a play on a big 4th down. And, that throw, it wasn't the greatest throw there by Lattimore, a little bit low. Fox had to go down and get it, and he lost a lot of time there, let the defender close in on him, and just no escape. And he made a couple guys miss, but actually went backwards on that one.
Now it'll be the Linsly turn on offense. See what they can do on their first possession, led by quarterback Hunter Kelly. They go twins to each side. They bring a man in motion. That is Felton. The handoff off the middle, looking for some room.
gain of a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 man on the carry, Mark Kaufman.
Yeah, and I would say certainly Linsly's going to try to be a little bit more balanced attack on offense than Morgantown. You know, the quarterback Kelly, 32 of 54 this season for 438 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. And he's also ran the ball 18 times for 179 yards as well this season. But you're going to see them, I think, you know, spread it out a little bit around offense, let a lot more guys touch the ball, and not just going to be all run all the time.
Kaufman, number 24, the man on the first carry of the ball game, hurt his shoulder. It looks like he's going to be out for right now. Carl Nee gets the carry on this one. He barely gets this ball across the 50. That will bring up 3rd down. And we'll call it a 4 yards.
Yeah, this is a big play here for Morgantown defense. You know, they had a pretty decent drive on that first drive. They have a chance to get the ball right back at that offense. Right back out there on the field, and this Linsly offense is 3rd and medium. This is probably not one if you don't get it here that they'd probably go for it.
The handoff to Nee. Finds some room on the left side. He slips down and falls on his own, but not before getting the 1st down by a couple of yards. 1st and 10 Linsly at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, really unfortunate there that Nee fell down because he might have had a 6 there. He got his speed. He's a really quick guy. Comes in, 37 carries, 330 yards, and 3 touchdowns so far on the ground. And that's coming off of 139 and a touchdown last week. So he's getting better as the season's going along, and that was a good start to his night.
Logan Gill in at tailback now. Out there from the slot position. Good pass, good gain. And on the reception, trying to get a number. That was Trevin Tush, number 8.
Well, I'm glad you saw it, Todd, because I'm getting a little sneeze attack here in the booth. But, yeah, good little pitch and catch there. Sets up a 2nd and short right where you want to be here if you're Linsly. Can really open up the playbook and take a shot.
You're away from the booth for just a little while. You come back, and now you're allergic to it.
I know.
A false start going to be called on Linsly here. Jump on the left tackle, Chance Knight.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one, and now that 2nd and short where you can really open up the playbook becomes a little bit more traditional 2nd and 6 now. But, you know, that's one you hate to see as a head coach early in the game, but, you know, that happens, especially here in this atmosphere, big game. But crowd's loud too, Todd. You know, might be a little trouble here in that snap count. I know it gets loud down there on Linsly Field, but a little bit more people here today.
Handoff up the middle. Looked like there was some penetration from Morgantown, but they were not able to make the tackle in the backfield. A gain of a couple for Gill.
Yep, 4 down territory here if you're Linsly, so you got 2 plays, and this is also another shot to take a chance here. Really opened up on a 3rd and short.
Nee back into the ball game. Again, this is the first drive for Linsly. Morgantown had a decent drive into Linsly territory before turning the ball over on downs. It's 3rd and 4. Up the middle again, Nee hit well, brought down after a gain of just 1. They might not give him a gain at all. It'll be 4th down for Linsly, and Nee getting up a little banged up.
Yeah, it was a great job there by Tyler Wilson on that defensive line from Morgantown, just stuffing him right there in the backfield immediately. Didn't let him get anywhere and tried to keep the feet moving, but he was not letting him out of his grasp.
Cadets will go for it on 4th and 3. Under 5 left in the first quarter. Student Buddy Wright. Nice run by Kelly. Can he break it? He does. Into the end zone for the Linsly Cadets.
Well, I can tell you right now that looked like it could have been an RPO there to the outside, whether Kelly wanted to keep it and run it, or if he wanted to, last second check up and try to throw that for a 1st down. But he saw the green in front of him. Great job of the O-line. Getting out of the trenches, getting downfield, blocking downfield. That's what's so key about a good offensive line, and you saw it there. And Kelly, like I said, he's ran the ball for 179 yards already. Well, you can tack on some to that. Big touchdown score there for Linsly to get on the board in a hurry.
Linsly does exactly what they wanted to do, score on the first possession of the ball game. And Lima on for the extra point. It is good, 7-0 early for Linsly. Morgantown will try to have a little bit more success than they did in their first offensive drive, but it was good enough. They showed some potential there. We will see when we return right after the break on Topper Station. Welcome back, a 7-0 lead early here for Linsly. 4:43 left in the first quarter. Hunter Kelly, big run to make it 7-0 Linsly. Looked like the Morgantown defense had a couple opportunities there to shut down the Linsly offense on that first drive, but Hunter Kelly, just too much athleticism there on that one play. Off to the races he went for the score. Lima set to kick off again. Onside kick, surprise onside. It's up and recovered by Linsly. Great job on the bounce there, recovered by Kobe Hill. Linsly in position again. He will get the ball right back. Surprise on sides. It works, and what a play for Coach Depew. You get that game on television. You get the bright lights on, and Linsly has come through.
Yeah, and we've heard it ever since they started the pregame show. That Linsly's had this game circled, and you knew that they were going to try to come out and go up a little bit, a little bit big bullies here.
And there you go. Offside on the defense. We ran that play. And there you go. Offside on the defense. We ran that play in high school too when I played. We would call that play set play timeout, where instead of going down in your stance on sets, you went down on huts. And as long as everybody went down at the same time, it's supposed to be allowed. Some referees called it, some didn't. Some would call it on the offense. Nice run up the middle by Knee. He's going to beat everyone to the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cadets.
Well, Todd, folks, if you got up and went to the restroom and came back, it's now 14-0 Linsly. 2 scores in 3 plays for the Cadets, and that offense is rolling, and that was the speed I was talking about. Knee earlier, he had that run where he slipped up on his own feet, and I said he would have been gone on that one if he would have kept his footing, but that time no problem for him, and Linsly's off and running.
Well, Linsly's kind of showing why they're undefeated so far this season, 4-0 against some very good teams, and we've heard some other people predicting this could be a 9-1 team, a 10-0 team, and you look at their schedule, it is extremely difficult, but this team is that good.
Yeah.
Lima, good again, 14-0. We will take another short break and come back with the kickoff. We'll see if it's another onside by the Cadets on Topper Station. Welcome back. Well, folks, the first touchdown of the ball game was scored, and the time on the clock when the kickoff after the touchdown was 4:43. The second touchdown of the game was scored, and the time left on the clock at kickoff after touchdown, 4:34. Yeah. So 9 seconds between touchdowns for the Linsly Cadets in the first quarter here.
In 3 plays, that's pretty impressive.
Deep kick for Lima.
Man, this kicker for Linsly. He's got a leg on him, Todd.
Not just a leg, but he's
the extra
very
point
accurate.
Extra point went out in the parking lot too. I mean, we see some kickers come into West Family Stadium from some of opposing colleges, and they don't even put it, through there. But it's been good watching Owen Rosant this year for West Liberty. He hit a 47-yarder a couple games ago. But this kicker from Linsly looks like he might have some college aspirations on him.
And it's not just the power of the leg, the accuracy on the onside kick as well, getting the bounce exactly when he needed it perfectly. And off. Right side. It will be a gain of 3. They'll call it a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Man on the carry for Morgantown was Preston Fox, coming in from his wide receiver position.
Yeah, just a little wide receiver quick there, and nothing going. That Linsly team is pumped up right now, Todd. And if you're Morgantown, you cannot go 3 and out here and give the ball right back to the Cadets, or this one could get over and get out of your reach in a hurry. Linsly was up on these guys in the second half and let Morgantown come from behind again. If you're Linsly, you got to keep stepping on the throat and try to put this one away early.
Handoff from Latimer to Wetzel. Gets up to about the 25-yard line. The gain of 3. Make it third down and 5.
Yeah, and if you're Morgantown, I think you got to throw the football here. You got to show Linsly that you can throw the ball when you need to. And if you're Linsly, I think you got to sell out and try to stop the throw or stop the pass here and really dare them to run the football. But at Linsly, front 4, front 5, whatever they've been running here is starting to pick it up. Big play here.
They go twins to the top of the screen. Tight end And on the near side, fullback behind him. Handoff, he's going to be brought down. No, he escapes, still trying to get away. Finally brought down. Wetzel refusing to go down, but finally does. Bring up 4th down and 9. And the punt team comes on.
Yeah, it's a great job by Wetzel being resilient, not trying to give up, and that's an effort play. That's one that your head coach loves to see. But that's just too predictable on offense. If you're Morgantown, you come out, you run it 3 times, and you really cannot afford to give them the ball right back like they're going to right here. And this Linsly team's looking to pounce right now, Todd.
Tush and Knight back deep for Linsly. On to kick for Morgantown, John McConnell.
Uh-oh.
Snap over his head, and it is through the back of the end zone. Kicker McConnell could not get there in time. That is a safety for Linsly. Make it 16-0. That will mean Morgantown will have to kick off. It'll be a free kick. We'll see if they decide to punt or kick off right back to the Linsly Cadets.
Yeah, that snap was just high the entire way, and you know, that's one where you just can't have at that point of the game. But when things are going bad, they just always seem to turn to worse, and that's how Morgantown's got to feel right now. But you know, it's gut check time over there on that Mohegan sideline. You know, you guys look at the guy next to you and say, hey, we can either sit here and pout, or we can try to fight our way back into this football game. And you know, that's got to start the defense going out here with the solid possession and maybe try to force a turnover and, you know, get some life on that Mohegan sideline, because it's pretty dead right now.
Both of these teams set to come out for this special teams play. Coach Depew, even though he's up 16-0 extremely early right now, he will never stop coaching. He's always going to coach, regardless of the score or the record or anything. He is always going to coach.
Yeah, they beat Coshocton 34-14 last week, so big 20-point win. And, you know, when listening to him on the show earlier talking, you know, he said, you know, it's great to be 4-0, but we have a lot of things to improve on. He said, I think that's the sign of a good football team. When you're 4-0 and you know that you can be better, that's scary. And you said it, Todd, they have a really tough schedule. They've taken care of a lot of tough teams already. But how about they got Steubenville at Steubenville this year? So can they possibly give them a fight as well?
The free kick goes out of bounds, so
it's a great punt.
Well, it's a free kick with no flag on that. I thought maybe, not sure of the high school rules on that, if it goes out of bounds on a free kick. Kickoff, it would be a flag, but on a free kick, that's just where the ball goes.
Yeah, I think head coach Depew's asking the same thing on that sideline right now, Todd, but I thought the free kick in high school, I thought it could go out of bounds. Looks like that's the
rule, yeah. The 36-yard line is where the ball will be placed. 1st and 10 for the Cadets. 2:18 left in the first quarter. The Cadets with that 16-0 early lead here at West Family Stadium.
Perfect start.
Pistol formation. Kelly sends a man in motion. This one will be a jet sweep. Going to gain about 5. 2nd down and 5. Coming up, good carry there for Kobe Hill.
Yeah, good idea. You know, Linsly, like I said, they're just going to try to get the ball in their playmakers. They got a lot of them, and like I said, they've had a lot of guys touch the ball already. But you know, that Linsly team, they're amped up. They're playing well. They're executing well. But Todd, how cool is this for them to play on a Friday night lights? You know, a game, basically a home game for them, because they don't have lights at Linsly Stadium. So this is something new to them, and they're probably super pumped for it.
Be a false start on the right guard of. Right guard Kevin Espinoza called for the false start. He's 6'4", 350-pound senior. I am very happy that I never had to play against him in my days at Wheeling Central.
Yeah, he is a big boy, like most of them on that O-line for the Cadets are.
Twins to each side. Hand off to Knee. Off the right side. Pushes the tackler forward before finally bringing him down. It's a good gain. They'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, here you go. If you're Morgantown, this is what you needed. You needed to get them in a 3rd down situation and try to force a turnover here, but more importantly, try to get this Linsly Cadet offense off the field, because can't afford another quick score here.
Kelly pistol again. Knee, left side. Trying to bring him down from behind, but again, he's pushing the pile forward. More than a yard ahead of the 1st down marker. 1st and 10 Cadets.
Yeah, that's one. If you're Morgantown, you're going to scratch your head. But again, that's that Linsly offensive line. continuing to block downfield and getting down the field, helping out their back and pushing the pile, and the running back refusing to quit. And it's a big first down for Linsly.
Well, good to see for the Cadets, number 24, the man that had the first carry of the ball game for them, who looked like he had injured his arm. He is back in. Mark Kaufman, the sophomore, 5'6", 155-pound running back. He'll get the carry again. Cuts back. Nice job looking for the lane. Gains about 4, second down and 6 for Linsly.
I'd say all these backs from Linsly are just super quick, aren't they? I mean, just try to find space, and it's almost, you know, you hear a lot about the patience running that Le'Veon Bell, you know, kind of made famous the last couple of years. You know, you see a lot of backs do that, but these Linsly running backs, they're getting that ball and they're going. They're not wasting any time.
Great vision, knowing exactly where those running lanes are going to be because of that great offensive line. Again, Kaufman up the middle for another gain, very close to a first down. It'll be third down and very short. Maybe second down, I apologize. Look at the yard marker, third down.
It is third, yeah.
Maybe less than a yard. That will be the end of the first quarter. Linsly, a huge lead, 16-0. We will be right back for a big third down play on Topper Station. Welcome back. The start of the second quarter. 3rd and 1 from the 44. 16-0. Linsly leads, and they push the pile forward and get the first down.
Yeah, Linsly just flexing their muscles again, keeping this drive alive, and, you know, just going a little bit slower about this drive here and trying to wear down this Mohegan team even a little bit more.
Trips to the near side for the Cadets. Kelly looking right, fires it deep down the field. Zachary's there, caught at the 8, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cadets.
Yeah, we told you, Kelly, he can air it out. They're going to do a little bit of everything, Linsly. They're not going to be as one-dimensional as we've seen Morgantown be so far. And Kelly shows off his arm strength there, his 5th touchdown pass of the season.
It is now 22-0, 11:31 left in the second. And all the points scored in that first quarter, and all the names that we said for Linsly to touch the ball, it's kind of funny. They're one of their best players is Joe Zachary, and finally gets a touch the first play of the second play of the second quarter, and it's a touchdown, a long one.
Not a bad first play, first touch for him.
Lima again. Into the softball field, left field. That's West Liberty softball field.
That kid's a kicker right there, I'll tell you that.
23-0. We will take another quick break. We'll be right back for more on Topper Station.
Opportunities are everywhere. It's an education that more than prepares you for college. It gets you ready for life. Welcome to Linsly. Ready for more?
A place where smart is cool, learning is loved, exploration is mandatory, challenge is welcome, fun is guaranteed. Welcome to Linsly. Ready for more?
Welcome back. West Family Stadium here on the campus of West Liberty University. Linsly up big, 23-0. Basically the start of the second quarter. And Morgantown struggling, 1-3 on the season. It's not going so well in their 5th game of the year, taking on the Linsly Cadets. And I know in terms of school size, you know, Morgantown is a AAA school, Linsly considered single A, but tonight, Linsly's team, this season especially, Linsly is a no-joke football team, regardless of size in the state of West Virginia.
Absolutely.
A touchback will be called. The Morgantown offense comes out.
Yeah, and if you're Morgantown, you got to approach this, you know, one drive, one play at a time, and just try to chip away at this lead. They did it last year. Linsly was up in the second half against Morgantown, and Morgantown ended up coming back and beating them in overtime. Not sure exactly if that's going to happen again here in this one, but you never know. If you're Morgantown, you got to stay optimistic. You can't beat yourself up on that sideline, and like you said, next man up, and you guys just got to make a play.
Yeah, that game last year, we were watching some highlights from it, and the fact that Morgantown really came back late in that ball game might give them a little bit of hope here. And a hard hit on the sideline there. Hopefully the back from Morgantown is okay. Quinn Thompson took a good hit.
Ball came out too, but Fortunately for the Mohegans, it went straight out of bounds, but actually might have gained them an extra yard or two.
A gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 from the 25 coming up. Thompson will get a breather after that one, taking a good hit.
Good opening play, though, to start the drive for Morgantown. They went negative pretty much in every play last drive, and a 3 and out and give the ball right back to the Cadets.
Play action to Wetzel. He's wide open down the field, back to the pass. Caught at the 48. Wetzel, a man they cannot bring down. He's shown that earlier. Still won't go down. He's going to continue to run everybody through the defense. Nobody can bring him down for the Cadets. Finally, he is tackled by Steven Felton at the 25. Jace Wetzel.
Well, that's got to be a contender for one of the plays of the year in high school football in the state of West Virginia. If he would have took that to the house, Todd, that would have been on ESPN. As we promised, we would Topper Station, we'd have been sending that clip in. Wow, I mean, somebody must have put some Vaseline on the kid on the sideline over the last time out.
That is a huge shot of adrenaline for the Morgantown Mohegans. Try to get some points on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive, take some shots, and like you said, Todd, he was wide open. And, you know, I think Lattimore, didn't see him at first, or that might have been 6.
Jet sweep for Fox. Ball is loose, but Morgantown recovers. We'll check the number on the man on the recovery. I believe it was Cam Rice with the recovery. It was number 8.
You want to talk about a game changer there, Todd? I mean, if you're Morgantown, you hit a big play, you're moving, you're driving, you got the ball in your hands of one of your playmakers, Fox. He looks like he's going to make a play, and then that ball ends up in the Cadets' hands. That's a deflator if that team wasn't deflated already.
I'll correct myself. That was Quinn Thompson on the recovery. Morgantown flips the formation, twins to the bottom of the screen. This one's going to be a handoff up the middle for Wetzel. They fake the jet sweep to Fox.
Yeah, 3 guys wrapping him up that time.
And they made sure he went down this time.
Yeah, 4 down territory here for Morgantown, I would assume. You know, most high school teams don't, at least in the state of West Virginia, don't try for field goals. Usually. I'm sure Linsly would.
I was just going to say, maybe Linsly would with the way that Lima has been booting the football tonight. So 3rd down and 4 from the 19 for Morgantown. Same formation in the backfield now. Cam Rice, number 8. Rice gets the handoff right side. Can he get to the edge? He's going to try to get a foot race. Muscles his way to the 1st down marker. Will they give it to him?
I thought he got it.
They may have to measure this. If he didn't get it, it's going to be 4th and maybe less than half a yard.
Well, let's see if the official knows exact the spot. They're going to say 4th.
It'll be 4th and 1 for Morgantown. It's extremely close.
I thought he got it, to be honest, but that's why we're up here, Todd, and they're down there.
Absolutely.
How about the game last week? Steeler game, I would think it was. The referee didn't remember which foot he marked the ball with, and then he kept moving his feet back and forth. You wonder how often that happens.
Yep. I formation now under center is Lattimore. Hand off to Rice. He's got the 1st down. And pushes his way closer to the 10. They'll spot him at the 11. It'll be 1st and 10. And Morgantown could still pick up that 1st down at the 1 yard line. If they somehow get there, they could have a possible 4 down territory from the 1 yard line.
Yeah, fortunate there for Morgantown to get that 1st down, because Nye blew that play up and was in the backfield before the handoff was even made, but was able to just run right past him. And you know, he's a guy that in this Linsly team that does it all. Scored a touchdown earlier and had a chance there to make a big tackle, but Morgantown picked up a much needed 1st.
Thompson now out of the I formation, trying to find somewhere to go, moving things around. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Good tackle by Steven Felton of Linsly. A loss of yardage. It'll be a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that time not letting him out of his grasp. I'll tell you what, these Morgantown players, they're creative out there. You're trying to find ways to keep plays alive and moving laterally, sideways, east and west, and you don't see that too much in West Virginia football. You know, it's more north-south, hard-nosed football, but these Morgantown kids just trying to be creative, go a little east-west.
Thompson again this time the left side. He's going to be stopped again quickly. A gain of maybe half a yard. That'll bring up third down from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, this has been the biggest problem for the Mohegan offense. They just get too predictable at times, Todd. That's the third straight time they've ran that play in a row, just to a different side, and Linsly defense is all over it. You got to start being creative, mixing it up, and keeping that Linsly defense on their toes.
Third and 13 from the 14-yard line. 6:40 left in the first half. Lattimore back into the shotgun formation. Wetzel to his left. Sprint option right. He's looking. He's going to just run with this. He is brought down a yard ahead of the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Looks like the field goal unit is coming out here. But I'll tell you what, Fox was wide open in the end zone, had single coverage, but just no time for Lattimore to escape and see that he was wide open. He was running for his life back there.
John McConnell on to kick for Morgantown. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. It is up and good. The first points for the Mohegans tonight makes it 23-3 with 5:48 remaining in the first half. We will return and be right back for the kickoff on Topper Station.
In life, there's a time for everything. If you're looking for an education, the time is now and the place is West Liberty University, where a quality education and career-based learning awaits you. The metro rate and $5 million in scholarships makes a quality education possible. We're living on campus, joining clubs, cheering for the Hilltoppers, and enjoying our beautiful campus give you the total college experience. It's all here at West Liberty University. Caring, quality, affordable, total college experience.
Welcome back. Kickoff is about to happen, 23-3 in favor of Linsly. We have a special sponsor here in the booth with us, Lee Paul. Thank you for being here with us. Also, Jason Kegler, an employee here at West Liberty University, also helps us out at Topper Station, does a great job. But thank you for being a sponsor with us at Topper Station. Great night tonight here. Linsly having a heck of a game. Well, how do you feel about the atmosphere here?
I think the atmosphere is special, and I'm so thankful to have this opportunity with Linsly, having an opportunity to play a team like Morgantown up at West Liberty. West Liberty is such a big part of our community, and continues to be such the valley leader in education, and it's been a great opportunity to see them grow into what they've become today.
Well, this Linsly team tonight just looks unbelievable. Is this one of the best teams that Linsly has ever had? Maybe the best team? They look incredible tonight.
You know, they've had a good year so far, and it's one of those teams that, they have, my son's a senior, and it's been special watching this team grow over the years, because a lot of these kids have been on the teams. They've been friends since 5th and 6th grade. So watching this happen here has been a lot of fun. But they have a lot of games left, and I hope they can continue with the focus and continue to do what they're doing, because they really are playing well right now. But you never know about football,
If it's one of those sports, Kyle, Patrick, and I have been talking about looking at their schedule, incredibly difficult already. A big run up the middle here for Nee, across the 30 and a first down on 2nd and 13. Trying to get another score before the end of the first half here is Linsly, making a 30-point total for them. But again, that early schedule not easy. Continues on. The rest of the season, it's not easy. So there's a lot of games circled for Linsly in the upcoming schedule. But when the other teams that you look at on their schedule, seeing what Linsly's record, that has to be a game that they're circling as well, because Linsly is no joke this season.
I would agree. I think the coaching staff has done a phenomenal job, And I think that, getting these kids to be in the position that they are, the coaching staff has done great. But, I think the kids, they work hard all summer, and they have a close-knit group, and they work out, they lift together, and it's been a neat thing to watch. And, I think there's a lot of quality teams on the schedule the rest of the year. I hope we're successful, but there's a couple really juggernauts, and I hope we can stay healthy. And I think I know the coaches will have them ready because we have a great staff. But I just hope that things continue.
And another big run there for Carl Nee. Great job by him. He's been a bit of a workhorse tonight for Linsly's backfield. And Linsly, we don't want to talk about this year. And this is not the only time they've been this good or a very good team. I'll be a little bit nostalgic here and go back to when I played the early 2000s. The names that I played against, saw one of them here tonight. R.J. Zitzelberger was a big-time player for them. Mark Plumby back in those days. James Wallace. I have to mention a lineman, one of my buddies back in those days, Mike Rohrig, the immovable object, just strong. Mike was an incredible offensive and defensive lineman. And a big run here for Linsly again. And very short of the first down. We'll see if he got it for Tush. But some great players coming through there of all time, throughout a long time, and not just this year. Obviously, guys in the NFL. Willie Clay used to go to his football camp back in the day. Then there was Eddie Drummond I watched when he ran in high school, just unbelievable video game speed. And now C.J. Goodwin, a local kid from Wheeling, getting that opportunity. So a lot of very good players coming from Linsly, and it's every single year. If they were in the SSAC, no doubt in my mind they'd be right there with a lot of those single A teams that are always powerhouses. Every single year a contender for that state title. Yeah,
it's been one of those things where we all know that what the SSAC rules are, but quite honestly, we've had some very good teams, and I wish we were able to play in the state tournament because they're all kids, and it's what it's all about. And I think that hopefully one day we'll be able to see our kids play for state championships because, for them to work as hard as they do, like right now, and know that they're not going to play in the state championship, that's a lot of determination. It's a lot of, I take my hat off to those kids.
It absolutely is to know that there's that you're going to play some teams that are going to get a chance to play for state titles, and knowing that, hey, we did pretty well against that team. We're not going to have that opportunity. That's going to be a rough feeling. A rough feeling for me, knowing when I played in high school, some of the double sessions that I had to do, everybody wants to complain about those things. We never had to travel like Linsly did to go on the camp and do those types of things. So just talk about that experience for your son. He plays, having to go away for training camp for a couple weeks.
Yep.
What's that like for parents especially?
Well, actually we kind of like it because we get a little break from all the daily stuff. But truthfully, it's a great way for the kids to bond. They do come back different. And I think that for the most part, it's a great way to get the attention of the kids. And the players may not like it, but at the end of the week, they kind of respect it. They know why they went, and they know that they got a lot of good work done. And I think it's a great tradition for the kids to do that. I really do.
Hey Todd, thanks for letting us invade your space here. But real quick, I just want to say another thank you to Lee and for your support of tonight's game, and just to let everyone know this is a pilot. We're really busy. We've got a West Liberty student crew who worked last night's West Liberty game, working again tonight. Todd, taking a Friday night out. If we feel like we want to do this more, especially next year, but if there's any sponsors out there that'd like to maybe help us out to reach this vision, just you can find us on all over the place, but Topper Station on Facebook, send us a message.
Yeah, absolutely. False start on Linsly, but I'm sure they'll be okay. There's a fourth down, but we'll see here what Linsly decides to do, if they punt or not. But yeah, Topper Station, the ability to try to get some high school games on here in the OVAC, especially the biggest athletic conference, high school athletic conference in the country. Try to get as many games as possible up here because I'm sure there are some schools like Linsly that may not have lights at their home field.
No.
So to get to play under the lights and the new turf, especially here at West Family Stadium. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to go down there
Beautiful.
yet. It's like a mattress. I made the joke last night after the West Liberty game against Glenville. I might just set up a tent and bring a pillow and just lay on the turf out there because it feels like a mattress.
It
it's
does.
so comfortable. And so bouncy. It's not quite a trampoline, but compared to some other turf out there, it feels a little bit like that, a little bit of a bounce.
What a cool experience though it has to be for Linsly to, basically this home game, have all their fans here on a Friday night. Because obviously you can't beat a Saturday game day at Linsly. I've been there. The atmosphere is awesome, but you can't beat the Friday night lights also. For them to be able to host a Friday night home game, even though it is at West Liberty, but just right up the road from their campus, has to be a special feeling for those players, and you can tell on the field they were amped up for this one tonight.
I could tell you that my son and all of his friends were so excited to be here, and they've been circling this game because West Liberty does such a wonderful job for our community, and it's an honor to play here. And that last year we played Morgantown, and we were up 21-0, and I know the kids were like, gosh, we let that game go last year, and so I know they were circling this game, but I can tell you what, as a community leader, West Liberty is such a great partner for our community, and I'm so happy that we were here, and I want to thank you all for hosting this game because it means a lot to our community, but it means a lot to our school. It really does.
Well, we'd like to thank you guys for coming up and giving us this option, both Kyle and I, in announcing and broadcasting games. This is kind of where we got things started for ourselves, calling high school football games, and now we kind of get to go back and be nostalgic and remember what it was like not just to be a part of those high school sports, but to now get to call them as well. You get to see and not saying that college fan bases aren't for their teams, but at the same time, they don't necessarily always grow up in West Liberty. Not everybody that plays for the Toppers grew up in West Liberty, grew up in Wheeling, even though we do have a few, Zach Phillips, Savion Johnson, a few.
Great people.
But with these communities, it really is like that. Everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's a hometown feeling, and it's just a great opportunity for these kids to come up and campus to campus. I mean, Linsly is a beautiful campus. Come to West Liberty, it's a beautiful campus, so not much difference there. But
a lot of history between the two. That's for sure.
It is. We think West Liberty is, the premier place in the community for, going to college, and it does us a great job in getting the kids involved, especially the younger kids. This is a great opportunity for the kids to come up here and see such a beautiful campus. It really is.
We've talked about Coach B.J. Depew before, just a great lineage of coaching at Linsly, unbelievable. We mentioned,
I played for his dad.
We mentioned the name Mark Plumby, his father. I played for him in Little League Baseball. For Mr. Plumby. I can't not call him Mr. Plumby. It's kind of hard not to.
Me too.
It was great to see him pregame. He was one of the people I especially wanted to see and got to see Mr. Plumby, so it was great to see him. Also, I can't help, I got to mention my cousin's name, went to Linsly back in the mid to late 90s. Scott Bryson was a good player.
Sure.
I think he went to Linsly on a baseball scholarship, but ended up being a very good football player for them as well, so I want to tout that out there.
I remember his name.
Scott was a pretty good athlete, pretty good at hockey as well. Scott, shout out to him and the rest of our Linsly family, my Linsly family. Elena Reisinger went there as well, a little bit younger than me.
Sure.
The Cadets having their way right now, 23-3 with 95 seconds remaining. Lattimore going to be sacked in the backfield. That by number 55, Chance Knight-Moore. We've said his name more than just a few times tonight, Kyle.
He's a great kid. He's one of my son's best friends, and they've gone to school together since 5th grade, and he's a great kid. And he went from being a little kid to being this huge kid, and I'm like, Chance, what happened to you? I said, you just started to grow. I mean, he's a great kid, great family.
Yeah, Linsly certainly got it figured out. The old secret in football, you win up front, and they're certainly winning up front on both ends of the line, offensive and defensive tonight.
Lattimore looking deep down the left side. Pass is caught. Great catch.
Very nice pass.
Hunter Finn, the 6'3" senior receiver for Morgantown. And there's one more Linsly family that we have to mention. It's a combo family, Linsly and West Liberty. The Bruners, Morgan Bruner playing for the Toppers right now. On the women's basketball side, John Michael playing baseball for the Toppers a handful of years ago.
Yes.
Their mother, Robin, still works up here, comes with us on some trips for basketball. Just a great family, great to be around them.
Husband still works at Linsly as well. So.
It's just, they're a very funny family, easy to get along with.
Yeah, John Michael Bruner has been such a great, I know Morgan's doing wonderful things up here. She's a great shooter, great basketball player, and I miss seeing her play, but John Michael Bruner has been working with the baseball teams in the Valley and does such a great job, and he is the head of Post 1 and does a wonderful job, and great person, great human being, yep.
Absolutely is. And we also have to mention Austin Whipkey.
Oh, yeah.
He graduated
Austin.
last year from West Liberty, a good offensive lineman. He's a great kid as well.
Mm-hmm.
Austin's a very, very good person. It's sad to see him graduate and go. It's always tough to see.
Great career up here, too, yeah.
It is.
The working in college, you have kids graduate and go, and it's tough to see the good ones leave, and Austin was easily one of those good ones. Well, folks, we will take a short break and come back for the final 23 seconds of the first half. Linsly leads this one 23-3 on Topper Station.
Thank you.
We're back. Morgantown, Lattimore, the 10, trying to get to the edge, can't quite do it. Linsly defense there to stop him. We'll see how much of a gain he got on that one. It'll bring up third down. It'll be third down and about 2.5.
Yeah, and Morgantown's making me a little bit nervous there with their timeouts. They have one left, but they waited, a while to take that second timeout. But they should be fine now. 17 seconds, one timeout, and 3rd and 2. So we'll see what they do here.
And again, thank you to Lee Paul for being here with us, and a great interview, great talking to him. And
hopefully we see his son Lee as well out there making some big plays in the second half for the Cadets.
I believe this will be they're going to call offside.
I thought they were going to call an encroachment, to be honest with you, Todd.
I saw one call for encroachment before the white hat, but both.
White hat overrides, right?
Yeah, there was movement on both offensive and defensive line, and that can go either way sometimes. That went against the offense this time. 3rd and 7 from the 11. Lattimore looking left, now right. Rice gets the catch. Flag is thrown. It'll be roughing the passer. Rice, can he get to the end zone? He does not. Gets pushed out of bounds, but regardless, it'll be first down after the penalty.
Yeah, the penalty's not really going to matter. The ball's basically going to be in the same spot. It'll be half the distance to the goal, but big play there, and that just shows the toughness. The toughness of the quarterback Lattimore there, Todd. He saw that he was going to take a shot, hung in there, made the throw that he needed to make, and took one for the team. And now, if you're Morgantown, this is interesting. Do you run the ball? You do have one timeout left. I say you run it here on 1st and goal, try to get in the end zone, and if you don't get in, call your timeout, and you try to throw for it in the next 2.
Timeout called by Linsly with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and I think Linsly, just talking strategy here, you can't take those timeouts with you. You can't add on to your second half total. So make sure you guys, know what they're doing. And this is a big situation in the game here, Todd, because, it's 23-3. This has been all Linsly. But, Morgantown, they got the field goal. They get a touchdown here and an extra point. It's only a 2-score game. And, next thing you know, Linsly might start thinking about what happened last year. Might start creeping back into their head a little bit. And there might be gripping the ball a little bit too much, and thinking about stuff a little bit too much as well. So should be fun one here to see. But Morgantown, this is exactly what they needed to close out the half with some momentum. But Linsly will get the ball at the start of the second half as well. So if you're Morgantown, you really want to capitalize right here.
I was going to say anybody but the freshmen and the freshmen's families in this stadium tonight. Everyone remembers last year between Morgantown and Linsly, the lead that Linsly had. The force of overtime by Morgantown and the eventual Morgantown win.
And if Morgantown punches one in here, they're going to get a locker and say, hey, we did this to them last year. We came back down 21-0, I think Lee was telling us. And, hey, let's do it again, Put up or shut up. That's the old saying.
Well, Morgantown, last play before the timeout was in I formation. Now they're just going to run out of shotgun, but a flag is thrown.
A false start here.
There's going to be a discussion.
Well, a penalty at this point really doesn't hurt the Cadets as much. Already first down, ball's already basically on the 1 yard line. Now it's going to be about the half-yard line. Yep, 10 seconds to go back on the clock. And wasn't sure what the play there from Morgantown. You know, you're thinking, look how close you are. And, you know, your quarterback's got a little bit of size to him. You know, get behind and somebody give him a good push into the end zone here and get your points. Don't try to risk anything.
Fullback number 40, Jackson Wolf, into the game. The handoff to Rice, trying to punch his way to the goal line. Will they say he did? They're going to say he's short.
One said touchdown, one said no. I thought from where we're at, Todd, he looked like he got in, but we're a little bit behind the play.
Right.
So now if you're Morgantown, you got to take your time out. And I just don't understand. I mean, you got your quarterback, Gunnar Lattimore, and I mean, he's not the biggest guy, but he's still 5'11", you know, 180. He's got some size
for
to
high
him,
school.
and
That's big enough for high school.
Get in. I mean, absolutely. That's I would have ran a sneak there, Todd. I just look how close that ball is to the end zone. You're telling me your quarterback can't get that right now. So
it was my favorite play when I was younger. I was a center. It was called silent count quarterback sneak, the goose and go.
Yep.
As soon as you put your hand on the football, you wait for the quarterback, count to 1,002, snap the ball without anything being said. Nobody gets down on a stance whatsoever. You just go, and it catches a lot of people off guard. It was very effective.
You don't want your QB sneak to be known everywhere, right? So that's a smart play to keep it under wraps, and sometimes not even let some of your other linemen know what's going on. That's the biggest thing in offense too. Your quarterback and your center have to be on the same page at all times, especially in this part of the field.
I formation again. Cam Rice in the backfield. It will be a quarterback sneak. Lattimore punches it in.
Too easy.
3 seconds left in the first half.
See, if they would have just did that the first time, I'm just messing, but it doesn't matter. They get points, but it's so easy right there for Lattimore to be able to punch that one in. And don't go anywhere, folks. Morgantown has made this a football game where it looked like it could have been ugly at half. It's actually respectable, and it's a 2-point score or 2-possession game.
It's 13 if they make this extra points. McConnell, it's good. He does make it a 23-10 ball game, a 13-point game. Like you said, Kyle, not that long ago, it looked like it could have been a complete blowout for Linsly.
Yeah, so again, like I just said, on that Morgantown sideline, they have to love where they're at. They did it last year against this team, and on that Linsly sideline, they're probably thinking, no, not again. We can't have this. We're 4-0, and we came out. We had a great start, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half. But imagine this little squib kick here from Morgantown to close it out.
And we'll see if number 9, Joe Zachary, comes back into this ball game. We saw him go out a little while ago. Number 9, again, one of their star players, did not have a touch in the first quarter, even though they had a huge lead at that point. He got his first touch on the second play of the second quarter, and it was a long touchdown pass from Hunter Kelly.
Yeah, and you might, because that was the only touch he had, and you might think maybe something is bothering him even before the game, Todd. Maybe he's a little bit banged up, but that's certainly a guy that they're going to need if they're going to be able to put this tough, stubborn Mohegan team away for good. We'll say, too, that, we talked about Linsly having a really good enrollment, their best enrollment ever. I think half of them are here at West Family Stadium down there in the bleachers, so that's really cool to see. Really good turnout for them.
Luca DiLorenzo, number 21, back deep to return for the Cadets. But we'll see if Morgantown even attempts to kick it that deep, if they just squib it.
Yeah, I'd expect a squib here.
And that's exactly what it is. It is picked up, and he drops to the ground immediately. Good job by Stephen Felton.
Should be the half.
And they will. At least the clock ran out. We'll see if the officials let it stay that way. And Linsly is leaving the field. Morgantown will stay on the sideline for now. It is 23-10 at the end of the first half. Linsly coming up big early in that ball game. Morgantown getting a field goal late and adding that touchdown right at the end of the first half with 3 seconds left. Your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I thought it was well played. Linsly came out a lot of energy as we expected them to. Scored on their first 2 drives. They actually scored them 2 times in 3 plays and real quick. And it looked like for a little bit, it looked like Linsly was a runaway train going down the tracks there, and Morgantown was standing on the tracks. But give Morgantown credit. They've come back. They've fought back, and throwing a couple punches here to get back into this game at halftime. But Linsly gets the ball to start the half, and I think that opening possession is going to tell a lot about how this game's going to go. So very interesting, and we'll see what happens.
Well, we will take a short break and be right back with a special interview here on Topper Station. Well, it is time for the kickoff of the second half. Linsly won the coin toss to start the game and deferred. So now they will receive the kick to start the second. The return here for DiLorenzo. He gets to the 20. They'll mark him at the 22. Linsly will have first and 10. They'll mark him at the 23. First and 10. And we'll see if Joe Zachary can get back out there or not. We'll take a look on the sideline to see if he's down there or not. But the Linsly offense is set to go regardless. And Zachary is down there and no longer with shoulder pads on.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Probably done for the night.
That is unfortunate. Joe and Coach Depew were guests on the Valley with Sean Ryan earlier this year. The handoff goes to Carl Nee, right side. And a little bit of an Olay tackle for Morgantown's Preston Fox.
Yeah, Preston Fox is going to be a guy that needs to step up here in the second half for Morgantown. He's made some big plays. And Todd, I don't know how much people read into it, but I will note Linsly went to the locker room at halftime. Morgantown did stay out on the sideline, and they were loose. They were up moving about 7 minutes, going out stretching. So we'll see if that helps them at all, see if they're more loose to start this second half.
Nee on the left side. Good tackle by Cam Rice.
Textbook. That's how you get fast running backs down, hit them low. Not dangerously low or anything like that, but take him out of the legs and stop him in his tracks. That's what you got to do in a quick guy like Nee.
A short gain makes it 3rd and 2 from the 31. Four-man front for Morgantown.
Big chance here for Morgantown to get off the field and get the ball to their offense.
Good stop by Morgantown. Did he get enough for the first down? No, he didn't. Then maybe no gain on that one. 4th and 2.
And if you're Linsly, you have to punt this ball away. You don't want to risk it. You're up double 2 possessions here, so punt the ball away. Your defense has been pretty good, pretty solid all night, and let them go out and continue doing what they're doing. But Morgantown, what a perfect way for them to start the second half, and let's see if they can pick up offensively where they ended it, where they scored on their last 2 drives.
Back deep to return for Morgantown. It'll be number 21, Preston Fox. Good punt here. It will hit at the 38. Fox gets it at the 33. Returns it up. 38 or 39. It'll be Morgantown's ball. 1st and 10. 10:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still early here in the second half. And Morgantown wants nothing more than for a repeat of last year.
Yeah, came back down in the 20s in the second half too. So they got even more time this year to get it done. But perfect. And I'll tell you what, you saw Fox. He didn't get very far on that return, but every one of these Morgantown players, they're not going down easy. They're dragging a couple cadets with them.
The handoff to Thompson, right side, big hole. Spins, but a good tackle made by Tush on the Linsly defense.
Yeah, I think you might see a little bit more of a defensive battle here in the second half. See if Linsly tries to really shut this Morgantown offense down, which they did for most of the first half. I mean, Morgantown had that really good opening drive, but it stalled out. But the last 2 drives, like I said, they scored on their last 2 drives of the first half, and Linsly see if they can get back to hold them in check here.
2nd and 7 from the 39. Wetzel takes the handoff, the impossible man to tackle. It took about 6 cadets to get him down on that one, a short gain. Well, we saw him have that crazy run in the first half.
Yeah, that was one of the best plays I've seen in a while. And third down, yeah, they had 4th on the stick over there. And yeah, Todd, I mean, I did high school football on the radio for 3 years, the last few years, and got to see a lot of football. I can't remember seeing a play quite like that at the high school level from Wetzel.
Beast mode.
Yeah, he would not go down. And the good thing is these kids will all get to go back and rewatch it. What a benefit of Topper Station doing this game for them.
Lattimore out to Fox. Makes a man miss. Crosses midfield. More than enough for the first down. As they will spot this ball at the 48-yard line. First and 10 Mohegans.
Yeah, just a simple out route ran that time by Fox. And I keep saying it, he's the guy for them. They want to get the ball into his hands. And I'll tell you what, they need to start trusting the quarterback Lattimore. He's looked pretty good, Todd, when he's thrown the football down the field and had a couple big throws there at the end of the first half. So see if they put a little bit more trust in him here in the second half. That was a pretty cool, calm throw there on third down to pick up the first.
Lattimore just a junior in this young season. Hand off to Fox. Got some blockers out front. Gets a good one from Thompson. And he's got enough for the first down, just barely. We'll see where they spotted officially, but it looked like he sure got enough for that past the first down marker.
Yep, back-to-back plays. They're going to their guy, Fox, and we've seen them run that jet sweep a few times now, and it's been successful. Get a guy that's got some speed, he's got some creativity when he gets to the outside, and see what happens. Morgantown on the move.
Less than a yard away at a second down in inches.
And it's my favorite time. You know what I like to say, this is the perfect time to take a shot.
Bottom of the field, it's Hunter Finn and Fox, but it's going to be a handoff face mask, and a flag is thrown 15 yards for Morgantown coming up.
Yeah, and he got up looking for a flag. He didn't see the ref threw the flag immediately, and unfortunately he didn't see that at first in Thompson, but did get the call.
Call will be from they call it on the 6'4", 190-pound defensive line senior Fabian Egger, number 18. We'll spot this ball at the 24-yard line.
This is a resilient bunch here in Morgantown, and sometimes, Todd, you need breaks like that to go your way if you're going to complete a comeback. And even though it was the penalty, but you take what you can get and move with it.
Shotgun formation, Fox in motion. Handoff to Wetzel. Finds some room on the left side. They have to jump on his back to bring him down. We'll spot this after a 6-yard gain. It'll be second down and 4. We'll call it a 7-yard gain. Second down and 3.
Yeah, and Morgantown, like we said, so trying to complete the comeback, and a lot of folks, like we said in the first half, and Linsly, considered a single-A school, Morgantown a triple-A, and some folks might be surprised by the score, but like we said, this Linsly team is no joke, but we've seen that in years past as well, Todd. Wheeling Central's had a lot of good teams that could have probably beat a lot of those bigger triple-A, double-A schools as well, and that just happens in West Virginia, and you're seeing a perfect example tonight.
Fox, a nice carry off tackle on the right side. Enough for the first down. It'll be first and 10 from the 12. This is kind of a carbon copy of what happened at the very end of the first half for Morgantown.
Yeah, they're picking up right where they left off, and I think what I said, Todd, might be a little bit true. They look a little bit more loose out there. They look like they were more prepared to come out here in the second half, and Linsly seems like they're just trying to kind of get back into the flow of things. Morgantown's just rolling like a well-oiled machine right now.
Linsly not only missing Joe Zachary, but also number 3, Zakai Simmons, not playing at all tonight on crutches. Lattimore over to Fox, tries to get some blocking, does not. He is brought down. That will be a loss of yardage.
Good to see him get back up quickly there. He took a shot. It was a big hit there. He's kind of put in a tough spot there by his quarterback.
Be a loss of 3. Second down and 13 from the 16. This quarter almost halfway over with 6:35 left in the third.
It's almost crazy if you think about how much quicker these games go compared to, the game last night.
Right.
It was a quicker
It
college
was a quick game.
But, it's pretty crazy how fast these games go compared to the college level and the NFL level. Shorter quarters, but still.
Quinn Thompson gets the handoff. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. The ball was loose. Will they call it a fumble? They do. Linsly gets the ball. The tackle and stripped by number 56, Marco Apria.
What a big play there in this game. Remember that one. If Linsly ends up, holding on to this win and getting it, because Morgantown had the game, they had the tempo they wanted, and a couple big plays now in a row by that Linsly defensive line, making some big stops, and one turnover that can change the whole game right there.
There's the cadet student section letting them hear it.
Yeah, they're a good 20 rows deep. That's a big crowd there for the Linsly cadets. Like I said, half of their school, if not 3/4 of the school, is probably here at this one.
6:11 to play in the third. Linsly's offense back on the field, 1st and 10 at the 20. Kelly going to keep this himself. Quarterback run designed. That'll be a gain of about 3.5. Bring up 2nd down. Well, no, I'm sorry. They will call it. Waiting a second. We're trying to watch the sticks over there, making sure it's correct. It will be a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
It's a tough job over there, being on the sticks, and they have to be out. You really have to be on top of your game, and we're so fortunate at West Liberty, having a great game operations staff led by Rex Lancaster.
Oh, the pass was tipped and caught by Hunter Kelly. Brett Favre, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
Favre did score a touchdown, though, that way.
Yeah, just Morgantown head coach on the sideline just flipped his hands in the air and said, well, sometimes that stuff happens, but how about heads-up play there by Kelly? Never giving up on the ball, watching the ball.
Absolutely. The Cadets keep it twins to the top of the screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Pistol formation. Kaufman in the backfield.
Another short 3rd down. Be a big stop here for Morgantown.
Kaufman with the handoff up the middle. Cam Rice right there to meet him in the backfield on the blitz. 4th down coming up for Linsly.
Yeah, and Kelly didn't look like he was too happy with that play call there. Looked like he was maybe gesturing. He wanted to throw the football. It's exactly what he was doing. Good stop again by the Mohegan defense. They needed that after it looked like Linsly stole all the momentum back after that turnover. Morgantown going to get a chance to go right back on offense.
Back deep to return Preston Fox. Lima on to boot this one away for the Cadets. Only had 10 out there to the Cadets.
Play clock at 2.
Flag is thrown. Good kick, though, by Lima. Hits at the 45. Fox grabs it at the 40. Breaks a couple tackles, gets to the 50, crosses midfield barely. We'll see what the yellow hanky is for.
I think that was either a legal formation or a false start on Linsly, and if I'm Morgantown, I decline it because you got great field position here at midfield.
So Morgantown will accept, and they will tack on the penalty yardage to the end of the return. They will move the ball up to the 45-yard line. They are into Linsly territory. 4:25 left in 3rd, and again,
golden
memories of last year.
Yeah, golden opportunity here. And if you're Morgantown, you forget about that fumble and you just pick up right where you left off before that fumble. You're moving the ball well.
Fox on the jet sweep, tries to get to the outside. Knight is there for Linsly, brings him down. Ball is loose again, but Morgantown picked it up and goes immediately out of bounds. I don't know if they'll count the fumble or not. Either way, the ball will stay at the same yard line.
Yeah, Fox looked a little banged up after that play, or maybe he's just got a helmet issue over there. Let's see, he took it off. Back on, just maybe a little, needed to tighten it or adjust it or anything, but yeah, that's 3 negative plays in a row, though, by this Morgantown offense. This Linsly defensive line is really forcing the issue right now, and if you're Morgantown, you got to become two-dimensional here. You got to mix in some throws out every now and then now.
And not being fooled by the jet sweep motion whatsoever. 2nd and 12 from the 47. Play action. Up the middle, pass is caught by Preston Fox. Great sliding catch.
I don't know what's better there, the throw or the catch, because that was the only spot that Lattimore could put that football. And he trusted his guy to go down and make the play, Fox, and that was a tremendous catch, just tremendous play all and around.
Quinn Thompson returns to the backfield for Morgantown.
Definitely 4-down territory here if you're Morgantown. That 3rd quarter about to expire already, if you can believe it, and you're running out of time.
Play action again, rolling to his left. Lattimore finds Thompson, but he is hit and brought down immediately. That will be a loss of 1. Great job by the Linsly defense.
Yeah, it's just been big plays today, just stopping guys behind the line of scrimmage. A defensive line doing a great job getting off the line quick and finding those little screen plays that Morgantown's been trying to connect on.
4th and 4 from the 39. 3 minutes left in the third.
Fox in the slot. Guarantee this ball probably going to be going to him.
Lattimore looking, steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to run with this one. Tries to avoid a couple people. Does he get to the first down? He is extremely close. We will see where they spot this football. They may have to measure this one.
They're going to have to bring the sticks out for this one for sure. It looks to be right at the marker, Todd, and I think they got it.
I'll tell you what, if it does not go Morgantown's way, the spin at the end on the tackle.
Yeah, we got to bring the chain gang in.
When Lattimore got spun around on the tackle at the end of that, that may be the determining factor on whether or not he got the first down here.
What an effort, though, by Lattimore,
Yes.
not giving up on that spot.
And it looks like we may get, well, maybe not get a good view of this. Can't tell. And it is going to be short, just shy. Linsly takes over on a turnover on downs for Morgantown.
Yeah, that's tough, Todd. That's one where, you know, if you're in high school, a coach, you wish they could do instant replay or, you know, review it. But, oh, man, that was I thought he got it, but tough break for Morgantown. Back-to-back possessions now. They were moving the ball well and good field position, and Linsly's going to walk away with a fumble recovery and now a turnover on downs.
And it was all because Linsly tackled the football. Not just the man, tackled the football and did not let the football cross that 35-yard line. Kelly going to roll to his left, finds a man open. Oh, it's tipped away. Great defensive play from Morgantown. That was number 30, Guy Southerly, a 5'10", 155-pound junior defensive back.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was textbook.
Pass was intended for Trevin Tush. As he lines up with trips to the top of the screen. Kelly going to keep this on a quarterback draw. He's got some room, blocking up the field. Nobody's going to catch him to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cadets.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Kelly, he's going to be able to do it with his legs and his arm. He's dual threat to the word, and that's a big-time play there for Linsly. When things looked like they were going Morgantown's way, they got the big fourth down stop and a touchdown a couple plays later, and Linsly back in the driver's seat.
A 19-point lead. We'll try to make it 20 off the foot of Lima once again, and Lima automatic tonight. The kick is up and good. A 65-yard touchdown for the Linsly Cadets and Hunter Kelly. Take a 20-point lead, 30-10. We will be back after the break for more on Topper Station.
Searching real estate just got a lot easier with Paul Associates' new state-of-the-art website and advanced app technology. The Valley's leading real estate agency, Paul Associates. Real dreams, real results, real web technology.
And we are back. A 20-point lead for Linsly after a long run by Hunter Kelly. We were talking about the start of Topper Station and Channel 14. The broadcast program here at West Liberty was started by Chris Lee way back in the day. So Chris, we both had him as a teacher. He's still a teacher here. Chris Lee was also a teacher for Teresa Gretchen, who helped start Channel 14 and Topper Station. So Chris Lee's handprints and fingerprints are all over everything in terms of broadcast at West Liberty.
None of this would be here if it wasn't for Chris Lee. What an absolute wonderful human being, and one of my favorite people that I've ever met in my time here at West Liberty. And I got to talk with him the day after, not seeing him for a while after graduating and everything, and he's just one of those guys where you can sit down and listen to him tell stories for days.
Got a lot.
He's a fascinating guy, and none of this would be here without Chris Lee, and he is a West Liberty legend. Been here for almost 40 years now.
Yeah, nowadays it's always fun to talk to Chris about hockey. He's getting into the Penguins, plus fantasy sports.
Yeah,
is another fun one with Chris to talk about. I enjoy talking fantasy sports. He's always, what's wrong with that guy? What's going on?
Exactly.
Well, it's 30-10 again, a 20-point game. Morgantown slipped on that kick return. They put the ball at the 19-yard line.
Could be getting a little dewy out there.
Could be.
It's getting cold.
Lattimore steps up in the pocket, launches this ball. It's going to be picked off to the races. Hunter Kelly, and he's tackled hard by Lattimore.
Quarterback on quarterback there.
Hunter Kelly doing it all for the Cadets so far tonight. Linsly in prime territory once again.
Yeah, he had an interception in the game last week as well for the Cadets in their big win. And just doing it again, both sides of the ball, happens a lot in West Virginia football, and it's not common. It is common to see your quarterback out there. Most likely you see him playing like a free safety, cornerback position, something like that. And Kelly, a do-it-all guy.
Well, we had a quarterback here a handful of years ago at West Liberty that you may think of like that, Dakota Conwell.
Yeah.
Dakota was a Division I linebacker at Arizona.
He could have played any position on the field.
Division I linebacker at Arizona that transfers to West Liberty to play quarterback. And at quarterback now, number 11, Kobe Hill. He hands it off to Kaufman. He finds some room off the left side. Still running. Gets the first down and more. He's finally pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
And I think if you're Linsly and you're the head coach and you just saw your star quarterback take a hit like that and you're up by 20 points almost heading into the fourth quarter and you're knocking on the door again, maybe sit him down, you know what I mean, if you don't need him.
And Kelly's no worse for wear. He's standing up right there ready to go on the sideline. He's not.
Oh, he doesn't want to come out of this game.
No, he's not on the trainer table, anything like that. He's ready to go. But again, sometimes you got to protect the youngsters. They think they're invincible.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not. Hill takes the snap. Design quarterback run. Still on his feet into the end zone. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon after first contact. Linsly goes up 36-10 with just under 2 minutes left in the third.
And I thought if that wasn't, if the big touchdown run by Kelly, the possession before and the pick wasn't the nail in the coffin, that touchdown run certainly is there by Kobe Hill. And Linsly, they maybe were sweating it out a little bit this early starts of the second half, but they've certainly got it back on track and are looking to be 5-0 here.
So a repeat of last year, having the big lead in the second half, and Morgantown coming back and tying it, forcing an overtime, and getting the victory in overtime. Probably not going to happen at this point tonight, but again, crazier things have happened.
Yes, they have.
Lima's kick off the goalpost, but it went through anyways. Actually, I'm sorry, not the goalpost. It went up the flagpole. One of the flagpoles behind the goalpost. So it's good, 37-10, 1:59 left in the third. We'll take a short break and be right back on Topper Station. Welcome back. Linsly's kickoff team taking the field as they take that 27-point lead with just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And I'm pretty sure it's out in West Virginia. It is the Mercy running clock rule, whatever you call it. I think it's 30 points. So one more score by Linsly without Morgantown scoring. I think we would reach that. Don't quote me on that, though.
Yeah, I'm not up with the high school rules with that far. Too much Division II college football, Colin.
Yeah.
We talked about some names from Linsly earlier. Us being so close to Linsly down in Wheeling. It's going to be Preston Fox returning this to the 30. Has some room on the outside. Makes a little cut back. A nice return to the 40-yard line. Again, talking about those Linsly names, the local guys, and got to see him at halftime before the game. Mr. Plumby now in the press box over there, making sure he's waving to us now. Mr. Plumby giving us the high five, a little wave to us.
Yeah, he's a smart man. It's getting a little chilly out there. He made his way into the press box, and it's not too long. We're not too long away from me making you shut this window.
Yeah,
getting a little chilly in here.
Well, we talked about the beautiful facilities here at West Liberty University. West Family Stadium, one of them. We can actually open our windows to the booth here. Lattimore shrugging off tacklers. He's got the first down and more up to the 44-yard line into Linsly territory.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Lattimore. We haven't seen him do too much with his legs, but like I said, coming in, he was a dangerous threat. He ran for over 100 yards last week in the game, so just didn't get to see too much of it today. But that Linsly defensive line's kept him in check. But yeah, Todd, just a beautiful press box facility, and so generous of Gary West, to put this in for West Liberty. And we just had donor day the other day on campus, and so fortunate to have so many distinguished alumni that want to give back to this university and give us the things that we have. We're super fortunate for that.
Lattimore, nice pass to Fox. He's got another first down. Morgantown looking good on this drive.
Absolutely. Maybe not, Todd. I mean, 37-10, crazier things have happened.
Maybe I should doubt them more often. Every time I'm thinking this is probably the nail in the coffin, they start coming back.
We saw Linsly get a surprise onside kick. You think Morgantown, they score here, they might be thinking about it.
And I know I continue to talk about Linsly because it is the local school. I have the most experience with that school. But I spent some time at WVU as well, was an education major for a short period of time, did some student teaching at Morgantown High School for a semester. And that was a great experience as well. It kind of helped me, got out of education, but it helped me in this job here at West Liberty. Deep pass down the field, just out of the reach of Hunter Finn. So close for Lattimore.
It looked like Finn maybe almost gave up on that ball a little bit, but he stopped a little bit short on his route. But yeah, Morgantown, for folks that have never been down there, I think in the state it's the coolest football stadium because their school is like almost like a rectangle, and in the middle of their school, which would be like a quad area, is a football field.
Right. And
it's all surrounded by all these old brick buildings, which is a school, and the sound just echoes. It's a really, really cool atmosphere for football. And you walk through they have all the windows on the school, so you're walking in the hallway, you look out, you see the football field, and it is a really cool setup down there.
It was one of the I never got to play there in high school. It would have been one of the places I wanted to for sure. Lattimore fumbles the snap, but he does jump back on top of it. They will spot this at the 40. A loss of about 7. It'll bring up third down and 17.
Been that kind of night for the Mohegans on offense. Anytime they get anything going, and then they just get a negative play that pushes them right back. And unfortunately for Lattimore, it looked like he was going to be able to pick that up and have a shot at a play, but he ended up kicking it with his foot, and next thing you know, it's panic mode.
It might be the final play of the third quarter as well, as time is down to 5 seconds. Doubt they'll get the play off, and they do let the clock run out. We will be right back. A 27-point game. Linsly with the big lead, 37-10. We will be right back on Topper Station.
A place where smart is cool, learning is loved, exploration is mandatory, challenge is welcome, fun is guaranteed. Welcome to Linsly. Ready for more?
Opportunities are everywhere. It's an education that more than prepares you for college. It gets you ready for life. Welcome to Linsly. Ready for more?
In life, there's a time for everything. If you're looking for an education, the time is now, and the place is West Liberty University, where a quality education and career-based learning awaits you. The metro rate and $5 million in scholarships makes a quality education possible. We're living on campus, joining clubs, cheering for the Hilltoppers, and enjoying our beautiful campus give you the total college experience. It's all here at West Liberty University. Caring, quality, affordable, total college experience.
Welcome back. The team's heading back out on the field for the starts of the fourth quarter. These will be as always, the biggest minutes of the ball game.
Absolutely, doesn't matter the score. Like we said, anything can happen, but fourth quarter is white knuckle time.
Morgantown, 4 wide, twins to each side. Lattimore, quick throw out to Cam Rice, flag on the play. Rice is brought down by Knight. Knight grabbing his left leg. Hopefully he's okay. Looks to be all right. We'll see what the flag is. A sideline warning on Linsly. I think one of the coaches was out onto the field right before the snap was tossed back. Preston Fox back into the game along with Quinn Thompson in the backfield for Morgantown. And now a whistle, a timeout called by Morgantown before the play on 4th and 10. And just wanted to see what Linsly would come out in defense.
Last gasp here, certainly for Morgantown, so definitely take your time and think about what you're going to do.
And down by 27 points, 37 to 10. They made it a 23-10 ball game at the end of the half, scored with their only touchdown with 3 seconds left in the first half, and it has been all Linsly otherwise.
Yeah, it really has. They dominated the game, and talking with some people before the game that knew a little bit more about the game last year than we did. They said that Linsly basically dominated that game down there last year as well, but like we've been saying, they let it slip away at the end and ended up losing at overtime and made a couple of mistakes there along the way. But this one's certainly been Linsly's start to finish.
And this game tonight kind of reminiscent of last night's game between West Liberty and Glenville State on this field here at West Family Stadium, where Glenville started to come back in the third quarter. West Liberty took a big lead in that first half. It looked good for the Toppers. Third quarter, Glenville came back, but then in the fourth, West Liberty took back control and won 43-20. Lattimore on 4th and 10, play action, looking, rolls to his right, still looking, fires at the Fox, he's open. Pass is caught at the 4-yard line. Preston Fox.
Well, I told you that, but that's why everybody was so high on this kid talking before the game. And he is an athlete. He's going to make plays, and that's a perfect example of it right there. And a lot of people are saying that he's got some D1 talents and skill out there, and you can see it on display right there.
So it's 1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll mark at the 4. 11:15 to play in the 4th. Morgantown a chance to get another touchdown. Wetzel in the backfield, number 22. Impossible to tackle tonight. Give it to Wetzel. Finds some room on the left side. Nobody there. Untouched into the end zone. The Mohegans make it 37-16.
And I'm guessing they'll just kick the extra point. A great job there by Wetzel. I think it was designed to inside run, but you saw that there was nobody on the outside. With his speed is certain he could beat them to the corner, and that's exactly what he did. Good touchdown run.
Lining up will be John McConnell, 6'5", 190-pound junior kicker. A whistle. And the officials get things situated. Back to play. Morgantown will try to make this a 20-point ball game. And it is good. It is a 20-point ball game. 37-17, 11 minutes to play in the 4th. We will be right back on Topper Station. Kickoff by Morgantown. Luca DiLorenzo for Linsly. Gets it at his goal line. Out to the 10, makes a nice little move, brought down at the 13-yard line. That's where the Cadets will start 1st and 10.
Good kick coverage there by the Mohegans, and I really thought they would think about going onside there, but not yet, I guess, to see if maybe they can get a stop and another score, and then I think they certainly would. But yeah, I thought it was great to see Toppers get a win and get back to 500, and I think the Mountain East certainly wide open this year, except for the top of Notre Dame, the clear favorites and the clear #1 team so far throughout the season. But Toppers certainly a lot more chances to improve on that record this year. And a tough loss a couple weeks ago now to Frostburg State, but a good bounce back win last night. And straight Saturday games now, right, from here on out.
There's one more Thursday night game this week or this year.
Fairmont.
It's a good carry here for Linsly, but one more Thursday night game for the Toppers this season, but the rest will be Saturday games. Had 3 Thursday night games in a row.
It almost makes you think that every game should be a Thursday night game in the Mountain East. It might be something they might look at in the future for sure. Great atmosphere.
And the Night games, it always makes it a little bit more fun under the lights. Who doesn't enjoy that? As a little kid, that was one of the things that, regardless of what sport, if you got to play under the lights, it was pretty fun. Knee with the carry. He gets hit and driven backwards. Gained at least one, so it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and I think that even goes to the NFL players. I guarantee they like those Sunday night, Monday night games a lot better than the 1 o'clock games on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, it depends on if you're going from East Coast to West Coast. You know, that's what they like to complain about in the NFL. Forget about the millions. They got to travel.
I know the folks in Morgantown like the night games.
Yes, absolutely. The Mohegans, that's who we're talking about.
Exactly.
Kelly fakes the jet sweep, going to keep it himself. Does he get enough for the first? It's going to be very close. Yep. And they will move him over. Kelly sat out last possession after getting an interception. Kobe Hill took over at quarterback and got the touchdown. He's back in now is Hunter Kelly.
Yeah, back in there trying to close it out. And Linsly's going to try to take a good 5-6 minutes off the clock. You'd have to think with this drive they can keep the ball on the ground, keep picking up first downs, and go a long way of sealing the deal in this one.
Linsly goes with trips to the bottom of the screen, spreads out the defense, knee right up the middle, makes a man miss on the line. He breaks free to the 45. And very close to the 50-yard line. That's where they'll spot him.
Yeah, you saw Fox trying to rip that ball out with everything he had, but great ball protection that time by knee. Linsly, that run right there will go a long way of locking it up.
8:50 left in this ball game. Linsly stays with the same formation. Kelly in the pistol. Linsly trying that set play timeout that worked earlier in the game. And they call a false start on it now. That was number 52, Florian Hirsch, a 6'4", 255-pound senior lineman. The handoff to Knee. Off the left side, gets to the 50, crosses the 50, man on his back, and making the tackle for Morgantown, Guy Southerly.
Yeah, Linsly just going to keep the legs moving, try to make everything a positive play from here on out, and keep the chains moving, keep that clock moving.
Eight minutes left in the fourth quarter.
No hurry whatsoever on that cadet sideline, the backfield.
They flip the formation, down to 8 on the play clock. They snap the ball with 3 on the play clock. Smart running right up the middle, and a hard runner carried by Logan Gill, the 540-pound senior running back. Not the biggest.
Yeah,
but still difficult to bring down.
He's that classic Linsly running back that we've seen tonight. Just a small guy, quick, and like I said, these guys aren't waiting or anything for those holes to open up. They get the ball, they're going. I guess I would be too behind an offensive line.
Yeah,
like Linsly's got. You could put. I'd love to put some black and yellow jerseys on those guys and have them come up here and play next year.
Cadets turned Hilltoppers. It's worked before in favor of West Liberty. Read option here doesn't work for Hunter Kelly. That'll be a gain of 0. 2nd and 10 from the 31. And the clock continues to roll now to 6:55.
Absolutely. Saw Coach Wiley here earlier. Just free recruiting for him. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to go and doesn't have to go watch any games or anything. And gets the talent to come to him for a chance and watch it. So I'm sure he's got, maybe an eye or two on one or two guys out here. A lot of great talent on both sides of the football tonight. This is the score. I think it's. I think the game's been closer. The talent is. You can definitely see it on both sides of the football. Morgantown, tough schedule this year, and their record does not indicate that they're a bad football team. It's just they're playing a lot of good teams.
Kaufman again on the outside, makes a man miss, first down and more, spins out of bounds. And it's not just the blocking at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage. You watch this game throughout. It's the downfield blocking by Linsly, and especially in high school, when you see the downfield blocking, those are the real signs of a good football team.
Especially those linemen. They're getting into the upper level. They're getting into the second level of the defense and throwing some extra blocks. And, you know, we always make a lot of reference to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they have one of the best guys to do that. And a couple of them, DeCastro and Pouncey, they're so good at, you know, shedding off their initial blocks and getting down the field and throwing other blocks. And that's a sign of a really, really good lineman.
Kelly hands this ball off, man in motion. Jet sweep, but he cuts it back, finds some open room. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Cadets, Trevin Tush.
Todd, I swear, it looks like some of these guys are playing Madden out there. They're running one way, and then they start running another. They're just weaving in and out of traffic like you can almost do like the old NCAA football games. And it's just nothing was impossible, and that's kind of the way both of these teams are playing. Hard to bring down and shifty.
Lima out there for the extra point to try to give them 44 points. 6:08 left in this ball game, and that, if the dagger wasn't in yet, that may have been it.
Absolutely. Statement win from Linsly that they really wanted.
Kick is good.
Knocked a couple branches off a tree with that one.
44-17, 6:08 left in the fourth. We will be right back for more on Topper Station. Welcome back. There you see Bella, our big and beautiful TV truck.
Yeah, you got to show Bella off today to some John Marshall broadcasting students that came up, and what a terrific day that was for them to come up, and a great program down there, and we get a lot of kids from there. I'm from John Marshall, was in their broadcasting program, came here, and Carly McElhaney, the head teacher down there for the program, also a West Lib grad.
Quinn Thompson, a good return there for the Mohegans. Yeah, Carly, it was difficult. I mean, she was married a couple of years ago, but just hearing everyone call her Mrs. McElhaney when it was Carly for years, it was just kind of weird to hear that, kind of funny. But, you know, the respect that she got from her students, very much deserved. The amount of knowledge she has in just a short time of doing these things, she picks up things extremely quickly.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise that she is teaching at a young age already.
Absolutely, and you know, she's a good one. Hopefully, can maybe steal her back to the Hilltop one day and help out this program as well.
It would not hurt to have her by any means whatsoever. We get, like you've said, we've had some of our best crew members ever come from John Marshall in the local schools.
Of course, you can't forget about Trent Nicholson, though, our director from Wheeling Park High School.
Well, I went to Central.
Right, I went to John Marshall too. So
that he's a Browns fan as well. So there's the double. That's the double dose. Sorry, Trent. I'm just kidding, buddy. Just kidding.
What's going on with those Browns? I thought they were going to win the Super Bowl this year, right?
Well, Trent was a realistic person. He wasn't on that too much. He wasn't on that bandwagon. Morgantown making some changes in their offense. Letting some of the younger kids get in there. That carry by Hank Marlin, a 5'11 freshman, running back. In at quarterback, Coma Neal, a 5'11 and 200-pound freshman, quarterback and linebacker combo.
But yes, been a great night here on the Hilltop, having schools and, you know, maybe some people that haven't been up on the Hilltop before come up. And, you know, that's always, they say, the best recruiting tool is having people on your campus. And same thing with the kids coming up from John Marshall. They get to see it with their own eyes and hands-on experience. And same thing with the football game here today.
Hand off again. We have a couple. Rush again by Hank Marlin. And we talked about the maybe easy recruiting for West Liberty football right now. Watching this game,
well, there could be some kids when they're picking if they're going to go play football in college. Like, well, I played there. That was a really cool experience, really nice field and everything. So.
And the coaching staff here at West Liberty may not have to do a lot because there's quite a few former Linsly athletes that came to West Liberty to play that have already graduated. Could talk to them. Hey, I had a great experiences there as well. 2nd and 9 from the 40. The handoff carried by Broderick Washington. Washington gets the first down before he's pushed out of bounds. The tackle made by Adam Ock and number 27, Henry Suki.
Very fortunate that we had that fence over there because he was rolling. I didn't know if he ran into the fence or not, but there's a big steep hill over there, so that wouldn't have been good. But fortunately, we have it.
Looking at the tree line over there on the Morgantown sideline, I don't know if I'd want stands to be put over there.
No,
I kind of enjoy the tree line there,
especially here in a couple weeks. It's going to be turning. The leaves are going to be turning. It'll be a beautiful sight.
The carry here, number 25, Davian Bussey. He gets brought down near the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. A loss of yardage. Call it 11 from the 31-yard line. 3.5 to play.
Yeah, big statement win here by Linsly. Lost a heartbreaker, like we said, against Morgantown last year. And everybody we've talked to said they've had this game circled, and you can definitely tell that they wanted this one bad. And of course, moving to 5-0 as well. Big wins already. They beat Wheeling Central. Now they're going to beat a big Morgantown team as well. And who knows? Steubenville might have to watch out in Week 10.
Right. Nice carry up the middle. Again, that one for Marlin. He's going to be close to a first down. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Linsly's next game will be October 5th, next Saturday at 1:30 at home. They play Alderdice. Carry again from Morgantown. This one from Washington. Trying to get to the edge, but the speed too much from the Linsly defense.
Just chasing them down. None of these guys quit. You see a lot of guys out there right now that maybe don't get to play as much, and they're getting out there and they're getting their chance to play, and they're making the most of it. Some of the younger guys. This is a great time, though. Obviously for both sides, you get some guys in there that you get to see what you have, coming up the next couple of years. Some of these freshmen, sophomore that maybe don't get to play as much, just maybe in practice, and you get to see what they look like in game action.
I formation for Morgantown. Handoff to the fullback. And on that play was Hank Marlin once again. Enough for the first down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Todd, I will say I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback wear number 31. That's a first.
Yeah, Coma Neal, the quarterback-linebacker combo. We talked about Dakota Conwell, the quarterback at West Liberty a few years ago. And he was very similar. Dakota, when he ran the football here at West Family Stadium, he was looking to make contact himself.
It's a fullback on the ball.
Yes. Good run again for Marlin. Gets it up to the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. 1:11 left to play. And you're starting to see a lot of the younger guys for both teams in there now.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Morgantown, be able to punch one in here with the backups in there and give them some confidence and end this game on a high note.
Washington with the carry up the middle. He's going to be brought down quickly. Gets himself to the 14-yard line, a gain of 2. They'll spot him at the 13, so it is a gain of 3. Correct myself again. 30 seconds remaining. The Mohegans not wasting time getting back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Handoff on the left. Big hit in the backfield, and he is brought down. Great tackle on the blitz by Brody Selman.
Yep, that's just what Linsly's been able to do all night, create negative plays on that defense, and that will be the final play of the game.
Well, final score 44-17. Linsly gets the revenge victory over Morgantown after falling in overtime last year in Morgantown. They come up to West Family Stadium and get another big win to improve to 5-0. Half the season is over, and they have yet to lose.
Yeah, you know, and we had a gentleman in earlier, you know, he was talking that it's unfortunate that they don't get to play, you know, for a state championship, and that is unfortunate. This is definitely probably the best team in single A, if they were, you know, considered single A by those standards. But I guarantee you there's a lot of single A teams out there that are glad that this team cannot compete for a state title, because Wheeling Central's won back-to-back state championships, and we saw what Linsly did to them a couple weeks ago. So very, very dangerous team here. And Linsly, you know, they don't get to play for that, but they do get to play for an OVAC title, which they look to have their fingerprints all over.
Yeah, that OVAC title is looking pretty good for Linsly at this point, halfway through the season again. Linsly beating Westinghouse week 1, Martins Ferry week 2, 14-13. That was their closest so far. Wheeling Central beat them at home 31-7. And Coshocton 34-14 tonight, 44-17. They beat Morgantown. Just a great ball game. And again, next week they get to play at home again, October 5th at their home field. Saturday at 1:30 as they take on Alderdice. And Morgantown falls to 1-4 on the season.
And Todd, I told you one of the crazy things I thought was, you know, Morgantown's a AAA school, huge school in Morgantown, and Linsly, smaller school, and you know, down here in Wheeling, and but their football teams are about the same size.
Yeah.
You don't see that.